Hi, I'm John Newton, aka Snap-on John 100, and you are watching Wilderness Self-Reliance. It's time for another Fire Friday, and while I was out doing some navigation practice, I ran across a Fatwood stump, so I thought I would go back and collect it and process that and start a fire with it and cook some food. Stay with me. I got my two hiking partners with me, Wiley and little Chloe. So we're going to head on down this way. Those two found an armadillo in a hole, and they can hear it digging to get away from them, and they can see part of its tail, and then every once in a while a bunch of dirt flies out, so it makes them jump back. That's something that's hard to pass up. That might be some right there. I'll go check it out. That's not what I was talking about from before. It's farther down. You can hear the dogs in the background whining and crying because they can't get to the armadillo, because luckily he can dig faster than they can. Well, this is Fatwood, as you can see right there. It's not the highest quality, but for my purposes I'm just using it to start a fire, so I'm going to bring this back with me. Well, I'm exhausted from carrying that giant piece of wood up this steep embankments. That's why I couldn't videotape. It was all I could do to carry myself, my backpack, and that piece of wood. There's a reference with my foot. So it was pretty unwieldy, and Fatwood is heavy. There's my smalls, and there's the fuel wood. Over there some more. Since I'm just going to be boiling water, I don't need a rip-roaring fire. And plus I have these couple of pieces that have already been burned. I might utilize them, I'm not sure. But I got to clean up this fire pit with my shovel and then process the Fatwood. So I will videotape just a little bit of each thing so it's not too long. I'm using my cold steel shovel that I got. I got this before the Alone show, but anyway, Zachary from Alone made this shovel famous. I'm going to try to knock this apart. I've got a Husqvarna hatchet here that's pretty new. I've only used it like once, I think. But a lot of this is rotted. Infested with ants too. Okay, now I'm going to try to saw part of it up so I can split it. This is a Baco Laplander saw. 4-inch handle for high vis, so I don't lose it. I can tell there's Fatwood here because my saw is having trouble getting through it. Oh yeah, that looks like that's going to have some good. One of the ways you can tell too is they will almost always have this green mold looking stuff on them, and a lot of times they'll be black from being partially burned where there was fires through here and the bark got burned off. So this one I'm going to try to split down. This knife is not very long, so I'm just going to do small sections at a time. If I can split it at all. This is pretty dense. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you can see all the ants though, it's full of ants. There's a lot of rot on this. A lot of times you'll find where it rots and there might be one vein of it. Like that's pretty good. Overall, this isn't bad. It's a lot better than it looked when I saw it first. Let's make a fire. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to be close in enough, and I only have one camera, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have you close in so you can see my cutting. The knife I'm using is a D2 steel Scandi grind. It's called Real Steel is the brand, and it's got black G10 scales with red liners. The fit and finish are unbelievable, and this thing is made in China of all places. Supposedly they're trying to make super high quality stuff at this outfit, but with cheaper labor, I guess. So, but they're totally paying attention to fit and finish and everything. And the steel is nice. D2 is nice. It's can be a little bit brittle. That's why I'd never baton it unless it was something like Fatwood or some other soft wood. But that's the knife I'm using. So I'm just going to start cutting curls off of it. And I think what I'm going to do is put them on here so they fall on this rubber mat. This mat, by the way, is my sit-upon, and it's a yoga mat that I got at Walmart. This knife is very sharp. It's super comfortable. When I saw somebody else had one and I saw it, and I thought it was too cheap to pass up, and I've been so happy with it because it feels like it's a custom-made knife. Where this vein of Fatwood is, it's very good. It's real resinous. So I'm real happy with it. I thought it was just going to be kind of junk stuff. The ants like it. They're not happy that they got dislocated. Or relocated, I guess. Be a better term. So I'm just making lots of curls with this so that I can use a ferro rod. Making kind of a fuzz stick out of Fatwood. Now I'm making some thicker pieces that'll sustain the fire longer. I just broke that off so I can hang on to that piece and use this for my fire. That caught pretty good. You can hear it sizzling. Let's put the smalls on. Well, that's how you start a fire with Fatwood. You have to move the camera before it starts melting. I'll come back when it gets closer to where I can cook on it. I'm using a canteen from the canteen shop, lostwilds.com, I think it's called now. Rob. And this is a maiden voyage for a Pathfinder cup. This is a tall cup that's got holes, a lid, and everything with it. Just going to use it to boil right there. And here's something to note. I'm wearing mechanics gloves, but I made the mistake of wearing the synthetic leather ones once. I actually picked up a handle and it melted right through to my skin. So bad idea. So these are genuine leather palms. So there's almost no synthetic material here at all. And I might even switch out to just completely full leather gloves, but these are so comfortable that I really like them. I'm gonna have some ramen noodles and some Starkish Tuna Creation sweet and spicy in there for the meat flavoring. And I got a set of titanium silverware from Vargo. It's a knife, fork and spoon. Don't really need the knife, but I didn't take it off. Right now I'm just going to be using the spoon. But I really like them. Oh, there we go. That's even better. I'm gonna this rock in there so it doesn't tip over. Bon appetit. It's hot. Well, I hope you like this episode. I think it's number 2 of Fire Fridays. How to process some fatwood, start a fire with fatwood using a ferro rod. And I just had a great time with you. And thanks again. I want you to know I appreciate all your comments and your views. And if you find value to this, if you wouldn't mind, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. That helps me out. And until we meet again, God bless.